Good day, everyone. Good day, ma'am. Good day, classmates. So today we will be discussing about chapter 3, which is designing and developing a lesson. Reporters are yours truly, Beverly Marinas, Rose Ancheta, Raymart Magudang, Christine Bondame, and Lovely Ann Castro. So first, let me discuss about the our lesson, which is the designing and developing a lesson plan. So in designing and developing a lesson plan, this chapter we will help you better understand the basis in designing and developing a lesson. It will enhance your capacity to do an effective and efficient lesson plan as it explains the designing and developing a lesson should be appreciated by the heart and facilitated by the mind. At the end of this chapter, you will design and develop your own lesson based on your own technique. So basically, this is not new to all of us, especially to us teacher education. So for the learning targets, for the lesson plan, in this chapter, first we will be defining the lesson plan and developing a lesson plan. Next, identify the advantages and steps involved in lesson plan. Determine how to prepare and why should we develop a lesson plan. Identify the importance of a lesson plan, and enumerate the parts of a lesson plan and its type. So I'm tasked to discuss about, or the first one, which is to define a lesson plan and developing a lesson plan. So in developing a lesson, takes the process of planning what to teach, how to teach, and to evaluate learning. Effective teaching aligns the three major components of instructions, namely learning objectives, instructional activities, and assessment. So basically, in developing a lesson plan, we should be considering what we were teaching. Also, you should ask yourself, what am I teaching? Who am I teaching? How will I teach? Or how will I know if the student understands the lesson? So define a lesson plan and developing a lesson plan. Lesson plan is a planning for learning. It provides you with a framework or structure to use when tutoring or teaching a lesson. It focuses activities on learning goals and content standards. It provides the teacher, student, pupils a clear sense of direction in the classroom. So basically, lesson plan is our guide during or the whole session of our learning. Good lesson planning is essential to the process of teaching and learning. A teacher who is prepared is well on his or her way to successful instructional experience. The development of interesting lessons takes a great deal of time and effort. So basically, in this lesson, we will be dealing with different techniques or types of lesson. How will we create or strategize a lesson plan? So steps involved in lesson planning, we have the first, the preparation of introduction. We are all aware of that. Presentation, comparison, or association, generalization, and of course, application. For us to know whether the students understand their lesson. Next, what is a lesson plan? So lesson plan is an outline of the important points of a lesson arranged in order by which they are to be presented to students by the teacher. For successful and effective teacher planning is the first and the most important step. The teacher should beforehand what to teach and how to teach. So basically, this lesson plan is, we should be emphasizing an outline of an important points of a lesson arranged in order which they are presented by the student to students by the teacher. So we will, as teacher, it is up to us teachers on how we present our lesson to our students for them to easily understand the lesson. So it's up to us on how we strategize or deliver our topic to them. So lesson plan is actually a plan of action. It includes working philosophy of the teacher, his knowledge of philosophy, his information about the understanding of his pupils, His comprehension and objectives of education, his knowledge of the material to be taught, and his abilities and effective material. So basically, it's up also to us, mainly teachers, on how will we deliver the lesson by the guidance of our lesson plan. So please take note also that in the lesson planning, we have to first the goals. We should consider the goals. Here in goals, we tackle about what do you want the students to be able to do, to know or understand by the end of the lessons. Of course, we have also the actions. How are we going to break down the substance of the lesson to help the students reach the goals? So later on, we will be discussing the objectives as we go on with our lesson. Next is the demonstrate learning. How will you and your students know if they have achieved the goal? That is why we have the application. And next is the environment. What do you physically need to do to facilitate learning? For example, in the environment, it's too noisy, and we cannot deliver our topic in a manner that we wanted to do. That's why for us teachers, we should be strategized, or we should think of something that they can still be they can still understand the lesson properly. Therefore, a lesson plan is a teacher's daily guide. Please take note. Teacher's daily guide is not new to us for what students need to learn, how will be taught, and how learning will be measured. Next, lesson plans help teachers be more effective in the classroom by providing a detailed outline to follow each class period. And lastly, this ensures every bit of class time is spent teaching new concepts and have meaningful discussions, not figuring out on the